Hey there, it's Tally from Bravo, and today I'm excited to show you our completely revamped process for transferring firearms in Bravo when E4473 is part of your product lineup. This video will cover the private party transfer process, so let's jump in. We will use the most common use case where both the seller and the buyer are in your store. From the Bravo dashboard, navigate to the right and drop down the new option, Third Party Transfers, and then choose Start Firearm Transfer. Let's start with the seller by searching for their name and selecting the customer by a couple of characters of their first and last name, JE for Jesse and DO for Doe. I can verify I've selected the correct customer by the address, phone number, or birth date. If this is a new customer, select Add New Customer on the left side here. And to expedite new customer entries, you can take advantage of one of Bravo's ID scanning solutions. In our scenario, this profile is the correct customer, so we will choose Select. Next, we'll identify the buyer. Choose the gray Buyer Transferee View button, and then perform your search or add in the new customer. Here's the customer, Steve Mack. Enter the manufacturer and then the model or the UPC code here. We have a Glock 23. Bravo takes us to the Add Item screen, and here only the A&D book data is required. First, enter the serial number, then the action and caliber, and finally the importer if it's required at your store. Select Next to continue and then Accept if everything is correct. Bravo now prompts what will happen with this firearm. Will it be left in the store? If the seller does not intend to leave the firearm at the store, choose No. Do not create an A&D book record. A special side note, if you are in a state that requires the firearm is logged in to your A&D book immediately, you will want to always leave the default option, Yes, Create A&D Book Record, and choose your location. In our case, the answer is no, don't create an A&D book record. Select Accept to move on, and then two line items appear. First, the hold transfer in the amount of $0, and next is the firearm transfer fee auto-defaulted. If that is not the correct fee associated with this transfer, choose Edit, and then drop down and select the appropriate fee and then OK to continue. Now select Next to tender out the transaction. The customer is paying cash. Enter the amount tendered and then choose Save and Finish. If using the Bravo e-receipt option, ask for the customer's receipt preference. And Bravo's next going to move us into the familiar E4473 start screen. Note that the Private Party Transfer button, upon the release of 303, this will be highlighted and Bravo will automatically fill in the seller's name. Let's get that QR code, scan it with our store device, and hand it over to our customer to fill out, or alternatively, we can text message this code to the customer's phone. While the customer is completing the 4473 form, we can save and suspend this transaction, helping other customers in line. Once completed, the customer can return to any available team member to wrap up the transaction. I am going to choose Last to bring up my last customer and then move right into the transaction screen. Now choose Pending Transactions from the left, and then select the correct firearm process, and then choose OK. Bravo will complete the first round of checks, employee will select Review E4473 to perform the second check, and if there was a mistake, choose Resubmit, and the customer can review how the form was filled out and correct any mistakes. If the customer did not pass the 4473 form review and you are declining the transfer, select Deny. We have created a separate video on how to handle denied transactions for private party transfers. If everything looks good, the next step is to complete the ID information, the ID type, issuing authority, number and expire date, and then choose Accept. Now it's time to do the background check. Alternatively, if you are in a state that accepts a CCW in lieu of a background check, you can record that information here. If you're using the FBI NICS eCheck, choose NICS eCheck button found here. Bravo will automatically transfer all of the information completed on the E4473 form to the NICS form via our Google plugin called Bravo and E4473 Auto eNICS Background Check. If using a state database, you can pop up the E4473 and copy and paste or call or fax in the information directly. If the customer is denied or chooses to cancel, record the NICS transaction number and then select Next. Sign the E4473 and now Bravo will automatically watermark it, incomplete, did not transfer, complete the transaction prompts returning you to the dashboard. Please review the how-to video for canceled or denied transactions, for private party transfers, for the remaining how-to steps in this case. If the customer is delayed, as in this next case, enter the transfer date, the NICS number, and then choose Next. Bravo will now prompt a delayed private party transfer window where again we are prompted to indicate if the seller will take the firearm with them or if it will be left at the store. The seller opted to take the firearm with them, however, if it's left behind, Bravo will automatically write the firearm into the A&D book. A couple of hours later, we got the approval from NICS, and so from the Bravo dashboard you can search and then select your customer, choose pending transactions from the left, and then choose the appropriate line item. Then update the second response appropriately. In this case, we got to proceed. If at least 1 day has passed, Bravo will then prompt for a recertification of the E4473 form, and in this case, we received approval the same day, so we can move on by selecting Next. Bravo now prompts the employee to sign the E4473, and now choose Accept. Select Next and then Save to complete the private party transfer. And now let's quickly take a look at the A&D book. From the Bravo dashboard, choose Reports, then the ATF A&D book, and now preview it. Let's grab all of the firearms disposed of today and adjust the format to the Bravo print version so we can also see the E4473. Here is our transaction. Choose View E4473, and now you can enter the line number, then OK. That's it, start to finish of how to complete a private party transfer. If you have additional questions, check out the Solution Center, type in your subject into the search bar, or give us a call at 888-407-6287. Thanks, and have a great day.